No randoms.
Products, but in business, you don't just sell products. You sell products and services, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm just giving you something. Sometimes I'm just giving you my time. And so another exciting thing about gaming is it is a really fun way and opens up doors for us to create products out of services, if that makes sense, right? So traditionally, the first thing I think of is practice. So for this one, we'll depart from 2K for a moment. Are you guys familiar with AimLab?
Yeah, I actually have that.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so AimLab, a free first-person shooter training platform built by gamers and neuroscientists, available on Steam. AimLab is being used by over 20 million players, from beginners to esports pros. Their unique aim analysis optimizes your gameplay, targets your weaknesses, and builds key skills for any FPS, TPS, that's first-person shooter, third-person shooter, game, all for free. So, it's video game practice, right?
Yep, I use that as warm-ups right before I drop into like battle royales or shooters. It's pretty funny.
Right.
Get like a good couple minutes in.
It's important. Just like sports, you get some shots up before you get out there, get dialed in, see where you're at. We've got to get a warm up in. We all do that before you go ranked. So when we're looking at this is practice. So imagine, right, when we look at traditional sports, and I'll use, like, you guys know Chris Brickley. He's in NBA 2K.
Yes.
Right. So you go and you get a trainer, and you have to pay this talk trainer, nutritionist. That's what we pay them for, is this service. We could cook for ourselves. We could work out for ourselves. But we want your tutelage. We want your guidance. Even on Peloton, I need you to curate this and tell me what to do and guide me along these different experiences. So when we're looking at that practice, what gaming in the metaverse, right, allows us to do is actually load this into a program. So think of something like AimLab as your Chris Brickley for Call of Duty. But now Chris doesn't need to be there. So if you're the Chris of Call of Duty, your business is limited by the amount of hours in the day. I can train Mello and Trey, and maybe Braun wants to get going. How many can you do in one day, right? Also, what if those guys, who knows if those guys get along together? Who knows where they're located? Can you be with all of them at the same day? But gaming, of course, changes everything. Chris, again, this is a bad example, maybe a good example. Imagine if Chris loaded himself into a program and he was AimLab. Right, and then it's like, here, you can get me. I'm handing a disc. Jeez, like a floppy disk. Right, like you can download essentially me and my training, and you can go practice with me on your schedule where you are at any time, and get your own bespoke platform to use. Right, that makes you like this said in AimLab. The unique aim analysis optimizes your gameplay, targets your weaknesses, and builds key skills. Right, so now you're not just going to practice. We've all been to sports practice where you're there and like heaven forbid you're better than the other kids on the team or other people on the team. We can't spend time just coaching you, right? Unfortunately, you're going to get pulled down a little bit. We've got to coach the team. This is how things like AAU develop, etc. In this digital space and in gaming, there's this new world where we can truly create these services out of products, where we can load them and give you the benefit of our time or our decision making or our insights, and we don't need to be there.
Super solid.
Very excited about that one.
All I kept thinking, I don't know, I get too ahead, because for me, I think of like where like the VR is going to be and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, imagine like I'm thinking of like flying. You know what I mean? Imagine you're flying and you can like log into like a VR or something and still just go in and get like your shots in or something, or play a game, or be able to run around. Like, that's going to be, it's making me sick.
Bro, it's just like flying planes, like we talked about, driving cars, even surgeries, right? These days, it's like, where do I go and get the practice in? It's a pretty quick jump from the race car guys learning the F1 tracks to like heart surgery. It's not far, but where can you get that practice in, where there are some of these things we do where it's like, it's either time's on the line or your life is on the line, and the ability to practice in real time and hone those skills without needing so many other people. Again, even if you want to practice, football or even just basketball, who's going to kick the ball back to you? Are you going to rebound after each shot, for yourself? So being able to build this service in is and take that additional resource or additional person's time out of it, it puts the ability into the person, the player, the developing individual's hands. So again, the service is really exciting, and it can go so much further than sports. It could become it could become therapy. It's the first thing I think about. What if you could build a therapist into an algorithm, right? Or you could load into a video game and go and sit with your therapist for that. Just riffing on ideas. It gets really exciting. Won't stay for too long. Because we're ready for pillar number 2. Marketing, media, and membership.
I'm a big fan of AR,
excited?
by the way.
Oh, man. That's right.
Because, like, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's no different. You know what I mean? I'm just imagining, like, being in your open space in the backyard, throwing on some glasses. You have these, like, gloves on and, you know, imaginary hoop. But, I mean, you can see it through your lenses because it's brought to you. But I'm a big fan of AR over VR.
Even
Yeah.
if, like, right now, it's like, oh, that gets kind of hard. What if it was just playing defense? Like, it's like, how do you get the weight of the ball, and how do you make okay,
true,
fine,
true,
forget
true,
all
true,
that.
true, true. Yep.
I'm in the backyard playing defense.
Yeah.
Be careful though. You don't want to slide drill into the wall or something.
Which way you gonna go? Which way you gonna go?
Whack.
I did just buy or download Flight Simulator also, so you might see your boys out here in American Airlines in the next couple of years.
I'm so here for it. Please become our
flight
simulator.
it's on
success
upside down.
story.
That's a big Europe. If you see the light on, make sure your seatbelts are on.
All right.
Okay, all right.
No randoms.